What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV, man. And I was looking at ESPN First Take. And my goodness, man. I, I I can't tolerate Stephen A. Smith. I can't tolerate him anymore. And what's interesting is that I didn't really dislike this guy that much until about 3 years ago, 2, 3 years ago. I didn't care for him, but I didn't share the same animus, the same vitriol that a lot of people have toward him until I really started watching him. I didn't watch the show all the time, but when I started having time to watch the show, I understood what people were talking about. To the point where I don't like watching this dude because I know he's going to go into his routine. And when the topic came up about Julius Randle, I knew he was going to go into his little routine. Okay, and he's rather selective about he's selective but predictable about who he goes after and who he gives passes. So Julius Randle was very frustrated yesterday in yesterday's game against the Brooklyn Nets about the physicality that was aimed toward him. He was being fouled, okay, hard. It wasn't like no ticky tack shit. He's being fouled, and they're not calling it. And when he asked the officials at the end of the game, he was talking like, "Why aren't you calling these obvious fouls?" They're telling him, "Well, you're a big guy. We think you can handle it. We think you can handle the contact." And that's the dichotomy that frustrates big people. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, yeah, uh, we might be big and we might can handle it, but a foul is a foul. You know what I'm saying? How do you think some of these guys feel like Julius Randle when you see a Trae Young kick his leg into a motherfucker, or James Harden with his theatrics, and they shoot 20 free throws, but you're Julius Randle down low. You doing all the hard work. You know what I'm saying? You having to fight two, three guys all the time, all over, all around you, pulling you down, all your back and all this shit. They don't call nothing. That'll frustrate me too. So for Stephen A. Smith to take his fucking juju fruithead ass on national television and dude, I want you to get out the way. I got to say, like, shut the fuck up, dude. People are tired of that shit, man. Everybody know what the fuck you get ready to do every time you. I need you to get out the way. I got something to say. I got something to say that I'm never gonna say to Aaron Rodgers. I ain't gonna say this to somebody who I know people love and you know a certain persuasion. But Julius Randle, who look like somebody that could shank you in the middle of the alley. Yeah, I'm gonna say this about this guy. Look, I know Julius Randle not a star, man. I know he's not a star, but all he did was complain about obvious extra shit, and he's being told to shut up and dribble. But where's this energy from Stephen A. Smith when you got the Trae Youngs and you got, James Harden, Jimmy swaggering all crying and complaining all over the place to the media about calls to the point where, what I'm saying, they're getting tired of the fucking complaints, you know what I'm saying? They're sending off more letters than Andrew Dufresne did in Shawshank Redemption to get that library fucking made. You know what I'm saying? The league like, damn, stop sending us letters. Okay, we'll fucking call the files for you motherfuckers. Just stop fucking complaining. But where's Stephen A. Smith on that shit? You know what I'm saying? Where was he at when Trae Young and these motherfuckers complaining? But Julius Randle, you want to go all. And then that's another thing. Do we really think that Stephen A. Smith had that same energy for Julius Randle? He was right there in that studio. If he was right there in that fucking studio, would he have that same energy? Fuck no. Right? And then this would piss me off about this motherfucker. He says, well, it's just basketball. It's just basketball, blah, 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 whatever, right? Then, when somebody criticizes him on his basketball opinion, which is fair game, then he wants to get all offended. This dude, man, the ego of this motherfucker is unbelievable, man. Julius Randle, I was watching the game. Yeah, he made mistakes offensively. There's things he needs to work on. Okay, fine. But that still don't disqualify the heart of what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? He ain't getting calls. Now, if he continued to do it all the time, in my opinion, yeah, that's a problem. But he was just complaining about the fact that man, maybe he need to shoot more foul calls. I saw the same thing happen with Giannis. He's frustrated. I've seen all players do it. Patrick Ewing, Charles Barkley, you know what I'm saying? Jordan. I've seen all these players when they thought that they weren't either the players or the coach complain that, hey, they're beating up my guy. He's not getting foul calls. Okay? And it's not a thing about privilege. It's about look at the fucking tape. Look at all these fouls you missing, but you're calling on the other end. Kevin Durant drove to the basket twice from my memory in the fourth quarter, and both of them were ticky tacks. One of them I thought was legit block. They called a foul for him. Look at the James Harden. Look at all the ticky tack fouls they called for him, but Julius Randle's getting fucking murdered out there. He's getting massacred. Look how they massacred my boy out there. Bonus saying. He's getting massacred. He wants, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So at the end of the day, man, I understand where Julius Randle coming from. And Stephen A. Smith does what he does, man. You know, he picks and chooses who he want to go after. You know what I'm saying? He picks and chooses who he wants to critique and all of this. I'm telling you, if you know what I'm saying, whatever, man. It's just, I just can't stand this guy, man. I don't give a damn. Uh, 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 you need to shut up. Okay, you need. How disrespectful is that? Well, Julius Randle was there in his face. He want to cop a plea. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Some of you guys think.